Good morning, all. I'm audible.
Yes, sir. Good morning.
Thank you. Let me share my screen. So my screen is visible to everyone.
Sure, it's visible.
Great, thank you. So what is the agenda for today's class is most of the people are going for an interview and creating a resume as an experienced person. But practically in reality level, you don't have any experience on previously for few people. If already experienced people, no issues. If you don't have any experience, like you're creating a resume past 2 years or maybe 2 to 4 years or 2 to 5 years, you will be creating as an experienced person. Okay. You will be creating your resume as an experienced person and you should show them experience level of introduction. So then only you will get selected. Normally, people are learning different technologies nowadays. Azure, Amazon Web Services, Google Cloud, DevOps, MuleSoft, Salesforce, database services, etc., etc. So different courses you are learning. Okay, but if you're not showing your proper experience, okay, like level 1 experience, level 2 experience, okay, definitely it become a big problem for you. Okay, definitely it is a big problem for you. So to avoid that situation, I'm going to take a basic fundamental of L1, L2 job roles and responsibilities, and as well as what are the tools and services we are using in real-time environment. Okay. Along with that, preparing a resume in a experienced person. Okay. Not like just copy and paste. So this session will be continue from today and tomorrow also. Okay. In case of anybody, your friends or anybody you're looking for basic administration, please ask them to join and you can share these recordings also. Okay, it's completely free class. So as a L1 help desk engineer, as a system engineer, you have a different types of roles and responsibility you have. Okay, so first of all, we need to discuss those points in a technically. Before that, okay, before that, so everybody, when you attend the interview, you will get a common question. Okay, common question. So do you know what is this? Everybody, when you join the interview call, you will get a common interview question. May I know what it is?
Self-introductions.
Self-introduction. So how many of them you're comfortably you can tell self-introduction confidently?
No.
No problem. This is a place where you can show your problems and tell your problems and clarify it. Okay.
Okay. Yes.
So can you honestly can raise your hand in the tool? How many you don't know properly tell your self-introduction? మీకు ఎవరికైతే సెల్ఫ్ ఇంట్రడక్షన్ ప్రాపర్గా చెప్పడం తెలీదో మీ గురించి పక్కన గురించి కాదు యూ డోంట్ వాంట్ టు టెల్ అబౌట్ యువర్ అదర్స్ అండ్ నైబర్స్ ఓకే కెన్ యూ ప్లీజ్ రైజ్ యువర్ హ్యాండ్ I think you are expert in this level. So then I'll skip that topic.
So actually, we can tell them like I mean basic
No, no, no,
introductions.
no, 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 no. Just only yes or no only. Okay, don't give me your answers. You know
No, sir.
that the answer. You please
Can you?
raise your hand. That's it.
Sir, we properly
If
don't know.
that's what I'm asking you. Please raise your hand. Raise your hand means in the tool we have option called raise hand option is there. You can just raise your hand so I can understand how many people are don't know. Only one person don't know about this. Yeah.
I
Yes.
can't see those. I mean, raise your
Okay.
hand options are so
Maybe you are in from mobile or you are from the desktop,
laptop, sir.
laptop, right? So
Yes.
there is an option called reactions. So definitely there is an option is there. Maybe if you are joined from the browser, maybe that option is
Yeah.
available or not. I don't know.
Yes, sir,
Okay,
bro.
leave it. Leave it. Even if you can chat. Even you can chat if you don't have an experience. Thank you very much. So guys, I'll give you a sentence frame for a self-introduction. So don't by heart it. Don't by heart it. You had to put your frame in a proper way. Then you can go to interview and you can explain them. Nowadays, most of the interviews are video conference interview. So that means you have an opportunity, you can sit in front of your computer, you can see your screen and you can read and you can give an answer. But most of the people you are watching news channels, right? Right? The very big script, the news reader is reading that, okay, the complete content. So maybe he or she is telling or maybe he is telling or maybe reading. They're telling or reading in the news.
They are reading the news, sir.
They're reading the news. Did you anywhere identified they're reading or telling? You can please watch. They're telling the news. They're not reading the news. Okay. Reading means maybe you can take the newspaper and you're reading that. So today, Prime Minister of India, so he inaugurated some new companies in Delhi. So that means I'm reading some information on the newspaper or some paper, but I'm informing to you. Example, Hamid. Hey Hamid, today Prime Minister of India he came to Delhi and he inaugurated 10 new IT companies. I'm reading. I'm telling. I'm telling to Hamid. Okay, you can watch after this class any news channel. Everybody they'll be telling to you. That's why you'll be clearly understanding what they are giving information about the news. So from today onwards, after this class, everybody as a news readers. Are you clear? You please practice. Damn sure you will get a job within 1 or 2 interviews. Damn sure, definitely you'll get it. Why? You are not identifying these um, key areas. You're not improving. You're losing your golden chances. Before Corona, okay, everybody going to interview and you'll be shivering and you'll be giving your introduction with a tense and nervousness and you're spoiling the interview, you're going back to home. But now you're sitting at your home in front of the camera, okay, and you're confidently you can tell your introduction and your answers. So you don't worry about that. You can prepare a beautiful notes on your system, okay. Whenever the interview start, you can keep open that and just a casual look on the camera. But your looks will be on your notepad or something tools, and you can just casually watch that content and you can tell your answers. So nobody will identify you. This is a golden opportunity. And second thing, whoever using specs, don't use a specs. Better. Maybe during the interview, you can use a contact lens. Because of if you're using the specs, maybe the reflection will be on your specs, and maybe interview will be easily identified. Maybe you're scrolling and you're opening some information, they'll be easily identified. Okay, don't use a specs if you are using a specs. This is a second tip. So with the same power, if you go to some spec shops, okay, optical shops, they'll provide you the contact lens. You can use that one. I think use and throw kind of thing. Only for interview, right? You can use and throw it. This is the best suggestion. Okay, how you can give you an introduction? Very confidently you can give. Don't give shy. Don't give nervousness. When you are explaining about yourself, this is a golden opportunity. You can tell all your stories. Okay. Highlighted stories you need to tell. Don't tell a failure stories about your love and affection. Don't tell that. People are telling that whenever the first impression, they're giving that negative points. I have so many problems, or I have a health issues. Definitely they'll not give a job. You can tell always, highlights about you. Don't give any negative points. Once you given highlighted points, maybe the situation is demanding you want to tell your personal reasons. Yes, you can tell. Until unless don't tell. Example, my point of view. First 5 minutes to 10 minutes, I will show my promo. Such a big superstar movie, if you're opening, the introduction, how it will be. Same like I will be giving my elevation. Then, okay, Rajesh, you are good and everything. Okay, you are selected for this interview. Will you come down for to work with us? No, yeah, definitely I'll work. So this job is actually work from office. So I'll tell that no, I'm not comfortable to come to office and work. Okay, I'll sit my home and I'll do work. So what's the problem? Because of some my health issues in my family, and I have small kids. I can tell my reasons. Until unless I'll not tell my reasons. In my self-introduction, my father is so-and-so, my mother is so-and-so, my son is so-and-so, my daughter is so-and-so, my wife is so-and-so. I'll give my highlighted elevateds. But whenever they're asking, which is not comfortable zone, I will tell that, no, actually my wife is also working. We both are working to managing our family. So uh, I need to support her. I don't want to go to office, and please give me an opportunity to work from home. I can prove myself. So you can tell that definitely they can accept it if there is a chances. Understood? So until unless don't give any negative point about you. Okay, self-introduction. What is a self-introduction? So let me give you small introduction for one of the student. Okay. Suppose I'm taking this. This is not my introduction, but I'll change this template to my introduction. I'll give you how you can give that introduction. Don't give your introduction very fast and quickly. If you're completed, that's not good. Minimum 1 minute, your conversation should be continued. So depends on you. You can continue more than a minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes. But whoever sitting opposite to you, they will not listen more than 3 minutes. It's getting boring. Okay. People ego will hurt because if you're giving too much of highlighted, no, hey, this guy is giving too much of highlighted points, so we need to stop that. Okay, that's a human tendency. So that's why maximum you want to try to explain all your highlights in 1 minute to 1.5 minutes. Okay, mostly I'll give my introduction more than 3 minutes only because of very long experience, very long experience. If you have a short experience also, make it a good framing sentences, then you can tell that. Example, maybe I'm going to introduce myself. You're asking me. Example here, who's this? Hamid is my interviewer. Okay. he is a manager or maybe technical person. Hi Amit, very good morning. So thanks for giving an opportunity to introduce myself. I'm Rajesh. So call me as Raj. So I am a 36 years old guy. So I'm basically from Tirupati. I completed my graduation in Sri Venkateswara University in Tirupati, Andhra Pradesh. Specialized in BSc Biotechnology. I'm a university sixth ranker. So post my graduation, I went to Chennai and I did a few post-graduation courses in GNIT. So during my graduation, post-graduation in GNIT, I got a campus placement. I have joined in Sun Networks as a NOC engineer. That's my first job. So during my graduation itself, I did many computer courses like a .NET, Java, post-graduation diploma in computer application, etc. So later on, I worked a few companies with the different technologies and different roles. So I started my career as a network operating center engineer, desktop support engineer, associate engineer, senior associate engineer, subject matter expert, senior analyst, and I'm right now working as a cloud and virtualization architect. And all my schoolings, everything is completed in my village itself, which is located in Chittor district. So I'm a very technically sound person. So being into the different technologies like Windows, Linux, virtualization technology, cloud, DevOps, and other services as well. Currently, I'm working as a virtualizations cloud architect in so-and-so company. So past 2 years currently working here. I'm looking for a better opportunity outside to being a prove myself as a cloud architect in a different roles and migrations and very complex projects. And my future goals are I want to become as a principal architect and I want to become at least my age 35 to 45. I want to become as a CTO. That's my future destination jobs. So coming to my family, so my father is so and so, my mother is so and so. So my wife is working as a senior DevOps engineer in so and so company. I have 2 kids. My elder kid is studying so and so class. My second kid is right now is a 1.5 year old. So currently I'm located in Hyderabad. I'm looking at a job opportunity in Hyderabad itself. So once again, thank you for giving an opportunity to introduce myself. It's almost more than a minute, right? The introduction, more than a minute, close to 1.5 minute, right? So I never skipped any point and I given more elevations and clear-cut examples about my family, my education, and my professional experience. So that's why I prepared this script. You can use and you can change accordingly based on your requirement, and you can prepare well and you can give your introduction. Even I can give more introduction, more than 3 minutes also, but I'm stopping here. Even explain my projects, everything, whatever the advanced project certifications, everything I can give that, but actually I stopped it here, 1.5 minute. If really you have an experience in a different technologies, you can tell them what is your achievements. Example, if you want, I can give my achievements like that. I did many certifications in VMware, Citrix, AWS, and DevOps technologies. And outside of the technology level, and I completed ITL certifications and cost saving certifications like a Six Sigma, Green Belt certifications, and worked in the different complex environment to migration of on-premises to cloud environment, info blocks to Microsoft services, multiple clusters to single cluster, one cloud services to another cloud services migrations, and global load balancer configurations, automating of application deployment in Citrix environment, and did many trainings, internal and external, based on the client requirement in Amazon Web Services, Citrix, VMware, and DevOps technologies. I can include additional points. Okay, so you can take this script at the end of this class and you can prepare yourself and at least practice in front of mirror, and you can record yourself on your mobile and you can replay it, and wherever you're doing mistakes and you can correct yourself and go for an interview. So self-introduction is at least 20% of your weightage. Any other question? Any other question? You can ask your questions. No problem. So probably in the self-introduction, the interviewer will ask you, what is your strength and what is your weakness? Yes, right? This is a common question, right?
Yes, sir.
Only you can tell only strength. Don't tell your weakness. He is not a doctor, right? Why are you telling your weakness? Huh? So don't tell your weakness. Tell them you're always positive attitude person and work ethic person. Okay, like that you can give your positive manner only can explain. Don't give any negative manner. That will give you bad impression. Tell them I don't have any weak points in my. I never find it.
Sir, if they will ask like, why are you interested to so like come to out of India? Like, I mean, why are you studying like Saudi or something? So
Okay. For
how can
example,
you?
in your case, if you got an opportunity to work from outside, if they're asking a question like why you are looking job outside, tell
Yes, yes.
them. So these many years I'm working in India, so I feel comfortable. I want to improve myself personally and technically, and globally. I want to do my experience. Okay, so that's what I'm looking for a job opportunity outside. Maybe if any specific country, if you're going, example Switzerland, example you're
Okay.
going to Switzerland, you can tell
Mm.
them. Switzerland is a beautiful place where I can work. So Switzerland is a part of Europe countries. So it's a safe and good nature and good culture. Everything is available. So that I have selected this country to work myself to improve my career. You can tell
Okay.
them.
Okay, sir.
Don't give any negative points about the country. That's it.
Yes.
Sir, I have a question.
Yes.
Just while doing the self-introduction, like, can we say like we were in a different techno field and later we moved and came into this field? Can we say
Don't
about
tell
that
them. Don't tell.
also?
Don't tell that. That will
Okay.
become a big disadvantage for you. Maybe you're working in
Uh-huh.
some non-IT background, then you're become an IT background. Don't tell that. Okay.
Uh-huh. Okay.
All
Okay.
experience you can tell. If you have a very big experience, like a 10 years of experience, 8 years of experience, then you can tell me. I can modify your resume.
Yeah, that's what I have long experience.
Mm, mm.
Okay.
Example, two
Okay.
to 3 years, you can put in L1, L2 level jobs. Okay,
Uh-huh. Oh,
experience.
okay.
Maybe if you
Okay,
more
sir.
than 6 to 8 years of experience, you'll not be working as a last 6 to 8 years as L1, right? That will be
Yeah,
again
yeah.
disadvantage. How
Okay.
you will be lost 8 years as L1, you don't have any performance, so the company is not identifying you.
Mm-hmm.
They'll be providing a higher post. So
Okay.
again, negative points. So in this case, we need to adjust your resume.
Okay, sir.
Mm. That's
Sir,
one tool
actually,
you can tell me. I can help you on that.
sir, another doubt.
Mhm,
For example, if I have like some experience and I'm looking like some IT job.
mhm.
So if they will ask like, why are you quit your past and why are you choosing like this IT job? Like, so how can we say them?
So your previous job also IT job or non-IT job?
It's IT side, but it's not. I mean, technical side. It's a HR side.
You have to show them. You don't want to show them because of whatever the job you're going for an interview. If
Hmm.
they're hiring as a fresher, you can tell them previously you are working as a HR operations and administration things. Okay.
Okay.
And why you are coming to this field because of HR is a good thing, no? They'll you can tell them because of during the time I don't have an opportunity to work in IT field, so I joined as a HR. So
Okay.
I'm eagerly looking for a job opportunity in IT. So right now this is a right opportunity. I'm taking this, and a few years I'm currently working in HR. I improved in a technical aspect, and I have undergone some trainings outside and I improve my knowledge. So I'm looking for a job opportunities in IT level. So can tell them. Maybe whatever the job you're going as an experienced person in IT, don't show your HR experience. You clearly you're telling that
Okay.
you're a fake. Yes or no? Because of your HR and you're telling the 2 years of experience. Who will
Yes.
work as a HR as a technical person? Nobody will be.
Yes, sir.
So you are showing you're a fake person. Don't show them.
Okay.
If
Okay.
the
Got
job is experience for 2 years means not your previous experience. They need in the same field 2 years of experience. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Got it.
You don't bother about you. You bother about others. Okay.
Okay.
For example, I bought a car.
Mhm.
I'm looking for experienced driver or a fresher driver. Experienced
Experience.
driver, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Previously, he was riding a bicycle. Okay, that's not equal to this, right?
Yes, sir.
Bicycle is different. The car driving is different.
Yes, sir.
Maybe since he is the sixth class, he will be riding a bicycle means maybe 15, 20 years if you have putting experience, it is not equal.
Yes, sir.
Balancing of two-wheeler is different. Balancing of four-wheeler is different. The balancing of your HR designation is different. Here IT is different. So that's why maybe if you are very confidently you're driving, okay, you can put your fake experience, tell them, yeah, Rajesh, I'm last 3 years, I'm working as a driver in so and so company. So
Mhm.
now I'm ready to work with you. So I'll give you the car keys and you can drive. Okay. If you safely you drive, okay. If you're not safely drive, please give the car, please get out. That's it. Okay.
Yeah.
Here
Yeah.
also same story. If you're not showing them in few days, like 15 days or 2 weeks or maybe 1 month, they will send them out. That means I'm talking not in the current situation, Shiva. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Got it.
Generally I'm talking. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes, sir.
Right. Self introduction is more powerful. Okay. Please prepare this. Any doubts, you please ask me even next class also. Not a problem. Okay. The next question is, everybody you're going to apply the job as a experienced person. Am I correct? So if you're experienced person, maybe you're learning Amazon Web Services, you're learning DevOps engineer. Okay, maybe you're keeping your resume like a 3 to 4 years, 2 to 3 years experience. Maybe if you have a long experience, like a more than 3 to 5, 3 to 6 years of experience, and before 3 years, how you will be make up your resume. Okay, that's a very, very important. That's a very, very important. You can show them as a L1 and system administration experience in your resume, then only your job will be smoothly it will go. So somebody is asking, right, sir, I have a more than 3+ years of experience. How can I show them all my previous experience? Yes, you can show them, but should show in a relevant technology. Irrelevant technology, they don't require. Even if you have a 10 years of experience, only 3 years experience will be showing as a technical. Remaining 7 years, they will not be considered. You can tell them you are at 10 years of experience, but they will write down immediately in interview you are at 3 years of experience. Based on the 3 years of IT experience, what are the job posting is there, they'll give you. Otherwise, no. Okay. So here, if you're hiding things, okay, if you're showing things, your package will be changed and your designation will be changed. Let me tell you one scenario. you have a 5 years of experience, 5 years of career gap, experience or maybe career gap, and you're making your resume for 3 years. Okay, 3 years. So you're taking some fake experience from so and so consultancy and you're applying the job. So company will ask you before 3 years, 2 years gap is there what you're doing? Either you can tell them, either you can tell them, I'm searching for a job. Maybe I'm studying some kind of bank exams and government jobs. You can tell them. That's a valid reason. Nobody will ask you anything. Maybe if you're telling that if you're working something, no, you should show your experience. If you want to safely escape from that, if the job is only for 3 years, before 3 years, whatever the experience is there, minimum 2 to 3 years, minimum 1 to 3 years, you can use that period as a your career improvement period. Like you are switching for a job, like you're applying the government jobs, some kind of exams preparations. You can tell them, but don't tell negative points like I'm sitting idle at my home, okay, and due to health issues. Don't tell that. That's again negative point for you. Hmm?
Okay.
Clear? That's very important. So in L1, our system administration jobs, roles and responsibility, I'm going to explain. I'm going to explain few points today. It's very, very most important. Let's start. First point is infra knowledge. So infra knowledge means if you're working in a company as L1 or system administrator, definitely they have some kind of infrastructure. That infrastructure, complete information, you know about it. Example, if I'm asking Shiva, so Shiva, in your home, um, uh, can you please explain what are the things? He will tell that sir, I have a bike, I have a car, I have a bicycle, I have a 2 bedroom house, I have a 2 LED TVs, one plasma TV, I have one fridge and one washing machine. He will tell, right? About his infra, what is the home appliances and what are the things in his house? Same way, if you're working in a company, you need to know about the infra. Example, maybe if I'm working as a help desk engineer in Wipro, okay, so you need to tell them what is the infra knowledge. So what is infra knowledge I need to tell them? Example, I'm a desktop support engineer for Wipro team. So I'm working in Hyderabad. So tell them, so in Hyderabad, Wipro, there's a multiple campuses are there. So I'm working in Gachibowli campus. So here nearly 8,000 employees are working in all the buildings. We have both laptops and desktop users are there. So these laptops and desktops are connected with the wired connection and wireless connections. And few systems are with the Windows 10 operating system, and few systems are Windows 11 operating system, and few systems are OpenSUSE Linux operating system. And we have a different projects are there, IT and non-IT. In IT, again, we have a manufacturing, oil and gas, um, uh, civil, different projects are available. Non-IT means a HR operations, transport. So different sectors are there. So my job is I want to take the call from Wipro employee if they have any problem in the particular system. So I will be addressing the issue. So you'll be explaining about the complete information. Coming to the Windows desktop admin. So Windows level, we have a 2 level of administration will be there. Level 1 is a desktop administration. Level 2 is a server administration. Level 1 administration means Windows 8, Windows 10, Windows 11, whichever the desktops, laptops are supporting by Windows desktop administrator. So you are not sitting in one position. You will be roaming an entire building and you will be addressing the issue and you're going to the particular location and you're working. But sometimes you'll be working remotely also. We have a remote tools available like a team viewer, okay, AnyDesk, AmiDesk, okay. So these are the MSREA, different tools are available. By using the tool, we'll connect the desktop and we will fix it. In case of any physical or operating system level issues, if laptops, we are asking the employee to take the to IT department and they'll hand over and the team will be verifying that. Maybe if it is a desktop, as a desktop administrator, I'll be going and I'll be collecting the desktop if it is not fixing and I'll give the desktop to so IT warehouse department and replacing the new device in the workplace. And example, if new employees are joining in the company, so installing some required softwares, email configuration, MS Office suite installation, VPN installations and configurations, and any Windows patches or security patches are not installed, we need to try to install it and help them to the user to raise a request for user ID creation. And once user ID is creation, if you have any problem to logging into the laptop and we need to help them to log into the system. These all are desktop related issues. So server level issues. So like a Windows 2016, 2019, these are the operating systems. We have a server level operations. Like example, mail server, Active Directory server, DNS server, DHCP server, user account creations, OU profiles, GP, group policies. These all services we need to understand. This concept I will explain tomorrow. Today, I'm going to talk about only desktop related interview questions. Desktop related interview questions. Okay, guys, what is meaning of desktop support? So desktop support engineer are the professionals to handle the installing and the assembling of desktop computers and troubleshooting and resolving the technical issues for the desktop users. Desktop users means whoever uses a physical computer and laptop with the Windows 10 and Windows 11 and Windows 8 operating system. So the desktop support engineer act as a intermediate like a mediator between a user, the end user, and to the software company. So without desktop users, desktop engineers, there is no project will run smoothly. The project will stop. You are the key persons and you will be working as a bridge between the users and company. Example, employee, they need Outlook. Without Outlook, they cannot start work, right? You should install the application and you have to give the configuration. Then only user can able to receive the emails and send the emails. Otherwise, no. Clear? Clear. In case if you're not doing the job, so user will not work anything. He'll be sitting idle. Fine. So mostly in interview, they'll ask you some questions. Okay. Hey, what is your roles and responsibility as a desktop support engineer? Can you please tell me? This is a very, very important question in interview. So I'll give you some scenarios. Please listen. Troubleshooting software and hardware issues. So develop and implement the software update schedules. Example, uh, weekly Microsoft releasing the patches, but monthly ones or maybe quarterly ones, we are updating the software updates to the missions. But when software updates, sometimes the machine will not allow to do any work. The machine will reboot. So that's why we will schedule the jobs during the off business hours. And desktop engineer, they'll be ensuring the security, network security is up to date or not. Okay, because if network security is we are lacking, so the hacker easily entering into the network and they can destroy the data. So you're the responsible person. The antivirus software definitions are up to date or not. We need to check that. Next, support and maintain the data center and all associated system include server, switches, backup power, VoIP systems, and security. Example, employee will be complaining that I'm unable to connect the wired. So you can use wireless. You can help them to configure the password pack file on the laptop, and you can configure it. And if any LAN cable is disconnected, you can maybe LAN cable pin is broken and you have to cut the cable and you have to replace the RJ45 pin and you can inform them. And companies are providing the VoIP phones, the landline phones kind of thing, VoIP phones, voice over internet protocol phones. If that phones have any systems, any login issues or any firmware issues, we have to ask them to reboot the system and disconnect and reconnect to the LAN cable and make them to work. And monthly once or maybe quarterly once, they'll be do some kind of power maintenance. During the power maintenance, and we have to blocking the complete floor, and we had to make them power down and network down, make it up, and we had to test the connectivity. All your responsibilities. Responding to the client requests. So client will be pinging you or maybe chatting you, and maybe they're calling you, they're sending a mail, you need to answer the request. And you need to use a proper ITIL tools, like a software tools, the ticketing systems to update the user related questions and the user related issues. Like in BMC Remedy, ServiceNow, this type of tools we need to use it. I can help you one of the technical tool and how you can raise a request, how you can update it, how you can route this ticket from one department to another department, one technical specialty to another technical specialty. All these things we need to do. Any other questions about the desktop support engineer roles and responsibility? What is boot.ini file? What is boot.ini file? Any idea, guys? What is a boot.ini file in your system? So the name itself is telling that a boot, right? So if your system is powered on, okay, when you switch on, it will boot the operating system. So this boot.ini file, it will list the all operating system, okay, in the particular computer, providing the information in which partition, what are the information is available. In case boot.ini file is missing, your operating system will not run. So sometimes you're getting an error, okay, boot.ini error. So if you go to Google, I'll show you some error, boot.ini errors. See guys, these type of errors we are getting. This type of errors you are getting. So invalid boot.ini file, booting from C Windows, this type of errors you are getting is a known issues. You can check the Google how to fix it. Yes, we have a lot of solution as there. You can please check that. Next up, point number 4. What is RJ45 and what is the RJ11 connectors? Okay. What is RJ45 and what is the RJ11 connectors? So basically RJ45 and 11. See guys, this is RJ45. So this cable used to connect the system to system, system to switch to access a network. This is RJ11. So this will use the telephone connections for telephone connectivity. Okay. Both are pin look like same, but the pins are different. This is the RJ45 is a 8-pin ports. RJ11 is a 6-pin ports. Okay. Any other question? What is MBR? Anybody can tell me? What is MBR?
No ideas.
No idea? Okay. MBR means master boot record. So it will known as a master boot sector in the system. So here only it will tell that your operating system will be running on your hard disk, MBR. Okay. If MBR is crashed, your operating system will be crashed. So you'll not able to log in. Master boot record. Hey, what is meaning of fixed boot? What is use of fixed boot? So in case of boot record is getting any problem or any damage, the fixed boot, the command we will use to recovering of the damaged Windows boot sector. That's called fixed boot. Any boot sector is getting repaired, to use a command called fixboot. That's called bootrec / fixboot. What is the command we will use? Bootrec / fixboot. This is a command. What is meaning of fix MBR? What is meaning of fix MBR? In case MBR is getting failed, okay, to repair, we will use the fix MBR. If MBR record is failed or any crashes, any damage, to fix it, we will use the fix MBR. Point number 8. Hey, what is UEFI? UEFI. So UEFI full form, Unified Extensible Firmware Interface. So whenever your system is powered on, the black terminal will be opened with some letters, and then after that operating system will be loading. That's a middleman which will be connecting to your operating system from the hardware firmware. That is called UEFI, Unified Extensible Firmware Interface. Nowadays, in all the latest systems, UEFI is available. Next, what is BIOS? So BIOS is similar UEFI only. This is an older version of UEFI. So nowadays UEFI is not there. So nowadays all the systems are getting with the UEFI. Now you can call BIOS also, not a problem. So BIOS full form, basic input output system, which is a software to store a small memory chip on the motherboard. So in motherboard, there's a small chip will be there. In that chip, there's a small software will be there. The software we call it as BIOS. If BIOS is crash, you'll not able to log into the system. Okay. Where BIOS is stored. So we have explained about it is in a chip, right? The chip name is called EEPROM. EEPROM. So the BIOS will be stored on the chip, right? The chip name is called EEPROM. Okay. Which command to start Windows system restore from command line? Which command is a very, very important. Which command to start Windows system restore from command line interface, CLI? The command is RST RUI .exe file. The restore Windows interface. So next question related to disk. How you will be repair your data in reading errors on your drives. So whenever your system is open and you open the drive and you're opening some data, but you're getting some reading errors. How you will fix that? How you will fix that? How you will fix? Okay. Reading errors in a drive. Anybody tell me what is the command? What is the command? CHK DSK, check disk. So guys, this is a one word answers, right? You please take the each and every point and you can go to Google and you can find out a clear cut information and you can at least 4 to 5 lines you had to read about this particular information and you had to gain the knowledge. Clear?
Sure, sir.
Right. Next, what are the remote desktop tools? So TeamViewer, Microsoft Remote Desktop Connection, Microsoft Remote Desktop Manager, AnyDesk, PC Anywhere, AmiDesk. So these are the tools we can use to connect remote machine. Okay, these are the tools we can use to connect the machines remotely. So what is SCSI? Is a small system computer interface which is connecting internally for faster communication, connecting to the different devices like a tape drive, CD-ROM, scanners, disk, everything, which is connecting by the small system computer interface, which is inside of your computer, not outside. So Next, 15 NTLDR. NTLDR. So NTLDR stands for Network Loader. It will help to loading your operating system. If the system is showing NTLDR missing, then you need to copy the NTLDR from other operating system to this system. So NTLDR missing is a very, very common issue in the network. In case of NTLDR is missing, you can copy the NTLDR file from the CD and you can paste it that. So your issue will be solved. So now I'm stopping here. Please go through these 15 questions and the internet, and you can find out in detailed information. Learn about the theory information. So then we'll continue class tomorrow. So tomorrow also I'll continue nearly 10 more topics. Then after that, a few server topics I will take care of it. And the tools also. And tools also I'll be taking. So tomorrow class for 2 hours. Tomorrow class for 2 hours, please join. So before ending the session, any question?
Sir, desktop engineer or Windows administrator, I mean Windows administrator, both are same, sir?
Both are same.
Okay.
So Windows administrator, desktop engineer. Windows administrator means, example, you'll be like a server operating system. Desktop administrator means desktop operating system. That's the
Okay.
difference will be there.
Okay.
Sir, this will be like no L1 job profile, right?
L1 job. L1 job. You have to show your experience. You are L1. You are already experienced, and you
Yeah,
know
yeah.
these concepts. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Maybe you're coming for an interview. Okay, you're telling that you're working as L1 and you'll be promoted as L2, L3 like that. I'm asking the question, hey, what is a NTLDR? If you don't know operating system, how can I hire you? Okay,
Yes, sir.
that's the reason. Yeah.